Talked about me getting wiped out on the beach. Man, I got my butt kicked that day. We talked about what car wash subscriptions. I'm just trying to recap the conversation.
Turning your back on the ocean.
Absolutely, turning your back on life and how how we were really talking about how we do that as well. Talk about taking action, being disappointed when things don't kind of pan out the way they should be or you expect. Setting up a training session for running your calendar automatically and syncing it and all that. We could do that. Who's using video communication with our clients? And then the last thing we're just really getting deep on was that stop being a victim.
Yeah. Stop being a victim, man.
Welcome and thank you for joining us at BSN Live with Ben and Matty. We're talking all things business, sales, and networking. Come and join our conversation.
And that's always I missed that. So I'm that type of guy too. And the ocean, the beach. I love the beach.
I love the beach too. Growing up in California, going to the beach. I have little baby feet, so I always had to wear my little shoes or my little water shoes on the beach. But man, I used to love going into the ocean. Man, I was down in La Jolla one time. The most scared I've ever been in my life. I was telling my son about this the other day. It was so funny. The most scared I've ever been in my life was out at the beach at La Jolla. I think it was the Cays, and it's got a shore break. So I was in the water, and I'm a big tough guy, and a wave came. I went to the side. That wave picked me up like I was a feather, flipped me up, dropped me down, and bam, right on my head, right on the sand, and just rolled me it felt like an eternity. And I got up and my face, and one of my best friends saw me. He goes, "I've never seen you scared in your life, bro." And wow, that thing just picked you up like it was nothing.
Yeah, they say never turn your back on the ocean.
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, never turn your back. It's funny that we're having this conversation. I just had a conversation. Let us know if this has ever happened to anyone, or you having a conversation and just have these kind of conversations through the week. I don't know what that is. Is that something where like the force or the energy is coming out? Because I was just having this conversation very similar to a couple coworkers yesterday, where like we were talking about the ocean and turning back on the ocean. Exactly the same story you said. They said, and I think that's happened to a numerous amount of people where they've turned their back, right? And they didn't know, or maybe they did know, or the time that they did do it, the ocean comes and just takes you, like pushes them away, or they takes them off their feet, and they're like surprised. They're like, I didn't really know that could happen. Did you know that was possible? Did you know that?
No. I not that I was disrespectful to the power of nature. I just didn't fully grasp it. Again, I'm a 6'4" man. I was in my 20s. You know what I mean? A lot better shape than I am now. Just down there having a good time, and the wave came. I stood to the side. And probably my back was exposed more than I even anticipated. I was more trying to get to the side, let it go through me, and it just lifted me up off my feet just came out, and I was nothing.
Yeah.
And it was nothing for that wave to pull me and turn me, and I didn't have my breath. And I mean, literally, it was not a fun experience.
Sure.
I had that. I just, I'm just not a tough guy or anything, but I just don't really have that where I'm scared as much. I'm really trying to be level-headed, try and hold that down, a little bit. But man, that really frightened me a little bit because I had no control of anything happening.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think I've been there a few times where the water's taken me out a couple of times, but not where I've been unexpected like you share. I've talked to a few people that shared that story with me, very similar, where like they just didn't understand the power of the ocean. It's almost like life, man. Like life, like will do the same thing to us. We turn our backs on certain things. I've read this not funny. I always say funny, but I read this message. I don't know who posted it, but it was what are the most scariest words to say in the human language or whatever, or something like that. And it was, "I'll do it tomorrow," right? Like I said, it was, "I'll do it tomorrow." When people say, "I'll do it tomorrow," and it's like a procrastination, right? And just kind of like that's kind of like a symbolism of like, that's not similar to that, but it's kind of like this wave of like life hitting us, right? Like the wave of life. And you put that into, it's happened to me where that when you describe that to me, it describes a lot of things that when I told myself I'll do it tomorrow, all of a sudden this wave of like crap, if it's like my wife, my kids, or the letter in the mail saying I needed to pay this, or or someone called or missed an appointment, or it's or your friends, or it like this wave of like life just takes you under and takes you around and trying to recover from that. It's almost, I don't know. I've been through that. When you describe that to me, it's almost like I I don't know, man. Let me, if you understand what I'm saying, let me know. I'm Matt, if you kind of.
Right now, Donald's in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. And he said his comment was, I definitely hear that a lot. I can understand that. His line of business, especially, he does life insurance.
Yeah.
Another, comment about me feeling invincible. When you're younger, I mean, you feel that nothing's ever going to end. Life is going to be never ending. You're going to have that 80, 90, 100 years, and it's so far away when you're in your 20s and 30s. That not understanding getting life insurance in place at a young age, because anything can happen at any age. We don't know what that tomorrow is never promised, and that's really such a hard subject. I didn't expect to go this deep on that as well, but tomorrow isn't promised, man, and you can't put those things off. Being aggressive, starting that business, making those phone calls, and doing all that. I mean, you're right. We gotta just get on it today, man. You're speaking to me directly, buddy.
No, I tell you, man. It's this. This is why we do these lives.
Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation here at BSN Live with Ben and Matty. We'll see you again next week. And as always, remember, slay the day, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.